As you know, this video is entitled What I Would Tell Myself When I Was 21 About Money. First things first is save your fucking money. Don't go out spending it in the way you are spending it. That's what I would be telling myself, because I ran through so much money when I was younger. Definitely could have bought a house off of the things what I was doing at the time. Comparing money to what it is today, I think to myself, I was lucky to be able to see that much money in life, because I understand everybody doesn't. And I know that because I've got friends who are the same age as me, didn't have the same things, and wasn't fortunate enough to be lucky to have that much amount of money come through your hands. And don't get me wrong, you'll make memories. You could have flown out so many times. You can have cars, you can have jewelry, but there's other things what you need later on in life, apart from those bells and whistles. You need somewhere to live. And that is very important. You know, having a home or having somewhere where you can lay your head is so important as for any young person growing up, because we can't always stay at our parents' house. So at some point we're going to have to leave the nest. And when you're thinking about leaving the nest, you think about the bills, what add up, yeah? The laundry, the electric, the internet bill, your phone bill. All of these things are going to cane your pocket. And how do you prepare for these things? You save ahead. I wish I was more into making saving pots from my earnings from when I was younger, knowingly that I would have this older part of life which I'm going to live, which I'm going to still want things, but equally I have to be understanding to myself and know that it's going to take me time to make this money. So right now, if I'm looking at a new car, it's looking at 50 to 60 grand. How am I going to make that 50 to 60 grand before I put myself up for doing something like that? Because at this point in my life now, I know that's actually debt to be able to put myself into. All for what? It's all for materialistical things. It's all for my own pleasure. And it won't be making any money in life. It will just be depreciating in value. But I do know that if you work hard, you just want nice things. And you want nice things because you might have not been able to have them growing up. Because you might have been the person who was slightly misfortunate and didn't have those opportunities growing up to make money, to have seen yourself with 10 grand, 15 grand, 50 grand, 100 grand. You might not have been that person. And as you get older, you start to get more focused on money and comfortability and where obviously you want to be in life, and not so much comparing yourself to everybody else and the things which are going on, because a lot of those things can be distractions, but I do feel a lot of those things are also positive things as well, because it's experiences what we experience in life, and those things are priceless. Anyone will tell you an experience in life is priceless. You can't put a price on something like that. Like going on holidays as a family when I was younger, yeah? That for me, priceless memories, innit? You can't take any of them back. Doesn't really matter how much they cost now. Again, if you're still paying for them, so be it. But when I was younger, like I said, we went on loads of holidays, enjoyed my family time. As I've got older, I've had to pass up on 2 family holidays recently. So I've just passed up on one most recently. It's because I'm working. And if I wasn't working, I would have definitely tried to make that time, because I understand how important that is over the value of money. And that's what I value in life. It's not to say that everyone else is going to be the same, but it's something which I value very much highly when it comes to my time. Is money when it comes to the family, it's nothing in it, because the time what you're going to get and the time what you're going to spend with them is going to be priceless. I know that we all have a lot of time where we spend with our friends. I've done that a lot growing up, spending time with my friends, going out, different places, adventures, festivals, all of that type of thing. And I'm glad I've got the memories and worn the t-shirt as well. But there's not a need to do that so much. So therefore, my money isn't outgoing like that compared to someone who is 21 right now. But like I said, no one can tell you how to live your life, innit? They can only try and guide you. And this conversation is only about guiding you and preparing you to know that that money aspect plays a big part in getting you off your feet, giving you the foundation to be able to do stuff, whether it's reinvest within yourself, whether it's invest in a property, whether it's put your money into some stocks and shares. Like, you got to have the money there to be able to do that. And again, if you're building towards that, kudos to you guys as well, because I think even as like young men, the conversation of money management or finance or financial literacy isn't really brought up at any point. You either maybe know about money or you just don't. And if you don't know about money, you're going to have to learn it some type of way. And you might be learning it through a video like this, which is telling you, save your money. You know, there's not always the need to have the most flashiest thing growing up. Yes, I get it. It's a social competition, and you know, from school, people have got their own little cliques and rolling with this person, rolling with that person. These people get invited to certain events and these people don't. And it, it gets like that because you get people branching off into their own segment of life where they can afford to buy champagne when they go out, and you've got other people that are just getting a round of drinks when they go out because that's not their life. That's not their lane. Their lane is going to the pub. And some other people's lane would be going home, saving their money, going to the gym, then getting ready for work the next day. And that might be their routine. And for some people, that helps them obviously save and create structure in life. I read somewhere that a lot of males do well with structure, and because we generally like routine, innit? Don't know what it's like for females and all that, but I'd imagine a lot of people do like routine because it's quite normal, and it's like playing with Lego when it comes to building blocks of your money. Because if you can say, in a month, I can save £1,000, so you can save 12 bags in a year. That's what you should be trying to aim for. And if you can aim for stuff like that, then as the years go by, you will have something instead of nothing. You know, obviously being conscious that at times you're going to want to bite into your savings for certain things, what you want, whether it's the car, the rollie, the other little things. You might want to get them before. I don't know. Everybody's mindset is different. And again, I understand that when you are 21, you live for right now, innit? You're not living for like later or something like that. When I was 21, I was living wild. I was blowing money like crazy. But I lived to tell the tale, and definitely as I've got older, I've definitely made more money than what I've been blowing at times. So I'm very self-conscious of that, because if I didn't learn that lesson to make more money now, and obviously to save some, reinvest, invest it within myself where I'm going to see a return, that's where I started to say, aha, I'm onto something now, because I'm future-proofing myself for certain points in life. And I guess when you're 21, you're not never thinking about future-proofing yourself at any point. You're thinking about tomorrow, and tomorrow's going to be lit, and tomorrow you're going to do this and that, and no one's telling you to stop doing that. Definitely keep doing that, but have a mind frame, as in, at a certain point, I'm going to have to start sorting out my ducks. Yeah, you need your ducks in line so you can still navigate through life, still enjoy yourself, but you're subconscious of the future and things which might happen for you in any path of life, you know, like whatever you choose to do. Like, I chose to start a trade when I was quite young, so therefore I was quite lucky, because getting paid regularly when I was like 21 and getting paid money, I was getting paid good money when I was 21, very good money. So I had money, you know, but it didn't stop me from blowing it, you know. But you need to sometimes blow some money to understand the value of money as well. That's one thing I will say to you. Some people don't. Some people just need to learn a lesson a couple of times, not have some money and be like, hold on, I need to hold on to this. But however you found this conversation, whether it be interesting, enlightening, or to the point, I want you to let me know in the comment section, because this is a section where I start to talk about money, because I feel that that's important. It doesn't get spoken about enough for especially young people and people of the age of 21. I never had many conversations with people about it, because at points people knew you was getting it, so therefore there's not really much talking going on. You know, maybe they want to say something of wisdom, but they didn't. And I have learned some partly the hard way, but it's turned out to be better for me, because now I know the right way. So yeah, if you've enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate you if you like, share and comment, and also subscribe as well, because I'll be dropping new videos just like this.